Welcome, my fellow realtors. So, you just bought your first template and you're not quite sure how to get started. Well, you're in the right place. Hi, my name is Danny with Barroso Digital, and in today's video, I will guide you through the process of integrating your IDX into your website. Before we get started, all I ask is please don't forget to like and subscribe. Now, let's get to it. So, here we have one of my templates open. If you want to see this or any other of my templates or any other of my YouTube tutorials, you can go check out my website in the description below. I'd love to hear any feedback or comments you have. And let me know if there's any other videos you'd like for me to create. So here is one of the templates. And in this template, if you buy this template, the section we're going to change is called listings. So we're going to scroll down here, and this is a section where we are adding the listings on this site. So you're going to go to the left panel, make sure you're on home, go to layers, and then you want to go to the listing section. First, you want to make sure you're in the primary. Any changes done on the primary will change on all the different screen sizes. If you're on any of the other breakpoints, then whatever change you make will only happen in that breakpoint. So if you do phone, you have to do each individual one. But if you go straight to the primary, whatever changes are done here, go across the board. So once we're here, you're going to find embed, which is already set up on your template. Let's say you, for whatever reason, maybe you erased it by mistake. Let's say, oops, I erased it. No worries. Let me walk you through how to do that. So once you're going to be here, this is a section where we want to add it again. So we're going to go to insert, go down to utility, go to embed, just drag it in there. Now, just that easy, it's in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the right panel where it says size. You're going to do fill for width, fill for height. And once you add it in there, it should open. But honestly, I prefer to do it a little different. We're going to do absolute instead of relative. And we're going to just put zeros on each one of these tabs. Just make sure, sorry again, that it is fixed on both width and height, or else it won't let you do every single box. So again, we're going to do 0 across the board. You want to make sure all the blue lines are highlighted and they all say 0. And this basically makes it fill all the content within that section. So for here, the embed is here. The section that says stack is this whole box that is purple now. And by filling all the way across here, you're filling the stack. So now that we're all the way inside the stack, now we can go ahead and add our embed. So again, click on embed. On the right panel, you go down to where it says embed. You want to make sure HTML is selected, and then you're going to get this box right here. That's where we're going to add our embed code. So now we're going to go to matrix. Sorry, I was here earlier. Once you're in the matrix homepage, you're going to go to the top right, drop down menu, hit setting, and then this is the pop-up window you're going to get. And here where it says IDX configuration, that's what you want to click. Now, I am currently on the Beaches MLS, which is in Broward, South Florida. Depending on where you are, this may look a little different. So please speak to your local MLS membership to see where and how you can find your IDX configuration if it happens to be different than this. But the main thing you want to know is how to get to your IDX configuration. So once you click on IDX configuration, you're going to have this pop-up window. I'm assuming this is the same once you're here, but honestly, I'm not quite sure. I can only speak to this for the Beaches MLS. So once you get here, you want to click on create a new IDX. And here you're going to name it whatever you want to name it. I already created on my listing search. So once you create your name, Then you're going to go to form selection. You're going to click on my listing. And unfortunately, when I did this earlier, for whatever reason, you guys can't actually see my drop down menu when I click on it. I don't know why, but that is a glitch that I have. But nevertheless, you're going to click on here and you'll have different options. I'm choosing the My Office active listings. Depending on your MLS, you'll have different options. Click on the one that you want. And then below, again, you're going to have a drop down for display. Same thing. You have a few different options. Click on the one you feel suits your site the best. Once you select these, then what you want to do is go to the top right where it says preview, and then it'll show you a live look of what it will look like on your site. So here you see we have all the listings from my brokerage. You go back to setting. Once you have this set up and that set up, you're going to go down to activation. You want to make sure IDX enabled is the one that's clicked. And once you get here, you want to make sure you highlight the link and you copy it. On Windows is Control C. On Mac, I believe is Command C. Once you have that highlighted, then if you want, down here is where you can customize the colors for your search. I'm going to leave it as is. You can go ahead and play with it however you like. And again, always preview it so you have an idea what it looks like. So once you have this copied, we're going to go back to Framer. Remember, embed under primary on the right panel. You're going to go down HTML selected. You're going to click inside this box. You're going to paste it. Control V on Windows. I believe Command V on Mac. Hit enter. And there you have it. Your brokerage listings are now on your website. So now let's say you also wanted to add the property search straight from MLS. In this template, we have a dedicated page for property search. So I already have mine in there currently. It's the same process we just went through. You want to click on property, layers. You want to keep opening these tabs until you find your embed. You're going to click embed. You know it's picked when it's bright purple. Then you're going to go to the right panel. These settings should already be set. Please make sure on the size you have max height to 80. I'll show you later why we want to do that. Again, if you get this template, it'll already be set up that way, but just in case, I'll show you why. So again, we're going to make sure HTML, here we have the embed code. We're going to go back to matrix. Now, let's get back here again. Let's see. One more time, let's do this walkthrough. Matrix homepage, top right, drop down menu, settings, IDX configuration. Now we're back here. Again, create new IDX. Name it whatever you want to name it. I'm doing a property search. That's what I named it. Now this time, instead of my listings, you're going to select map search. And then you're going to make sure it's under portal search, which I believe is the only option anyway, at least for my access. Then you're gonna do map area. I have it selected to specify initial map. You can select whichever one you want, play with it, whatever your preference is, and always preview so you can see what it looks like. Again, IDX enabled. Highlight this code, copy it. When you do the property search, you have another option, which is include a sign up form. I highly recommend it. Add any message you want to add here. And then once they're in here, I'll show you in a bit where they can click and add themselves to your contact directly. So once we have here, also please don't forget, once you created this, make sure you save it. Okay. So get this, go back to Framer. Again, on the right panel, you want to erase whatever code is in there and then paste your own. Enter. And here you have this. So now let's go to play to see what it looks like in the live site. So this is what I was telling you. When they click here, they'll be able to fill out this form. And once they fill this out, they'll be added directly to your contact list. So They're going to click, let's go back to the filters. Let's do a quick search just so you can see what it looks like for them. Just something random. Apply. So once they get here, this is actually too many. So let's go back to the filter. Let's do 250. Apply. Okay, so now once they click, this is what they're going to see. So remember how I told you before to make sure it's set to 80. So let's go back here just so you can see max height. Let's just make this, let's just get rid of it so I can show you how to add it in case it's not there. So this is no longer a max height. So we're going to hit play. Sorry, let's go back here. Hold on. Just changed. I apologize. So let's just set this to 800. Okay, so now we can see it again. So now let's play. So now we see this is here. Let's say, oh, they do a search. It's too many. This ends up scrolling up. So now you can no longer select filter because it's behind the navigation and it's just really annoying and there's no way to get to it. So the way that I've found to fix it is by doing that. So we'll go back. And again, the right panel. So here we're going to click on this and we're going to go to where it says max height relative and we're going to do 80%. That's just what I found with my trial and error to be the best option. So now we're going to go back and test it out again. So let's just do any search, apply, and you see it pops up, but it's still accessible. I tried 90 and 90 still hides. So with my trial and error, 80% seems to be the sweet spot. So it's not too far up, not too far down, and you have it there. Okay, so if you still stuck around, I appreciate it. I hope this tutorial helped you. Again, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And also, when you're completely done and you're happy with everything, you want to make sure you publish it. This saves it. Once you publish it, sorry, this is not actually a live template yet. This is just my test. So once you publish it, here is your link. So on this particular template, it's luxrealty.framer.website. So this is your domain. This is the free domain that you have. If you want to have a custom domain like yourname.com or yourname.net or whatever you want to do, you'll have to purchase a domain and then you'll have to get one of the Framer memberships so that Framer will then host your site with your custom domain. And I believe to get started, it's the $10 a month plan that allows you to have a custom domain. If you want a higher membership, then you can pay more and that has extra bonuses. So for example, on this site, we have, I believe it's just, we have two CMSs. So with the free membership, I don't believe you get any. And with the $10 a month, I believe you might get one or two. So depending on that, you might only be able to use either one of these two CMSs. If you get the next plan up, which I believe is 20 a month, I think, you might have access to 10 CMSs. But don't quote me on that. Once you go get the membership, prices may change. From when you see this video, prices might be different from this time of recording. But as of now, I believe that's what the prices are. Sorry, getting sidetracked. But again, thank you for sticking around up to this point. Again, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much for your time. Have a blessed day.